Hi, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of the Inside Story with Student Life. We're excited today to have the director of our Career Center, Internship Center, all the things that are part of Links Connect with us, Sarah Trzeciak. In a moment, I'll have her introduce herself. But today we're really going to learn more about tuning into and what you should pay attention to when it comes to figuring out how do I find a job after college. And if you're an adult student and you've just come back to do maybe a bachelor's degree or a master's degree or even a PhD, we want you to think about how does that career process look differently. So I'm going to start by having Sarah introduce herself. And then Sarah, after you tell us what you do on campus, would you tell us a little bit about what you were involved in college and where you went to school?
Yes, for sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Sarah Trzeciak. I am the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Career Development and Immersive Learning at CU Denver. I oversee the Career Center and our Experiential Learning Centers that are housed in Links Connect. For undergraduate, I went to Colorado State University. I majored in Human Development and Family Studies. And one thing that I remember about my college experience was my senior year. I actually did an internship with Hospice of Larimer County, where I helped coordinate all the volunteer work. Working for hospice is a very interesting experience where goals are measured very differently than I think they can be in real life. I learned a lot about end-of-life care, a lot about the power of volunteering and helping others, and the power of community and helping someone heal. And that also made me realize that I didn't really want to work with aging adults because it was kind of painful to watch someone pass on and their family grieve. And so I actually it was a great learning experience for me to learn that I actually liked working more with adolescents and young adults. And that's where I've taken my career since.
I think that's a great example. Thanks for sharing that. I had a similar experience where I did a summer job related to what I had thought I wanted to major in my first year of college, and came back at the beginning of my sophomore year and spent a semester being undecided, knowing that that wasn't quite a fit for who I was as a person, not so much the task. So
Right.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Well, my first question really today for our interview is, what kind of services does your office provide to undergraduate students, knowing that they might be just becoming aware of the process of job searching?
Yeah, so our offices, I think you could say we see the student throughout their life cycle here at CU Denver. So we can work with first years or transfer students on figuring out like what they want to major in, what kind of career paths tie to those majors, and help you find meaningful opportunities to learn outside the classroom and apply what you're learning in the classroom to a work-based situation, and also helping you find a full-time professional position once you graduate, if that's the route you choose to take, or applying to graduate schools if that's something that you're interested in. We're basically here to help you achieve your career goals, but also to help define what those career goals are and identify opportunities to help you meet those career goals.
Thank you. Now, when we think of graduate students, do you provide any different services? Because somebody in a master's or a doctoral program may have different needs.
Right. We provide the same type of services for graduate students, but the way we approach the work may be different with those students. When you're looking at graduate students, master's or doctoral students, they're really pursuing niche opportunities with maybe a very specific goal in mind, that this degree is needed in order to get this particular type of job or career. Whereas undergraduates, it might be a little more exploratory, a little more fluid, exploring multiple career options, versus graduate students might be more like, this is the degree I need in order to get the job I want. And even then, there still are some graduate students who, once they get into a program, are like, oh no, this isn't it.
Yeah.
How do I explore other opportunities, because this doesn't feel right for me?
How do I pivot? Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing that. Well, my last question, you and I have had lots of conversation over the years that we've both been here about career readiness.
Mhm.
We know that there's 8 competencies nationally that students are expected to have knowledge in, and employers tell us they want them to really strive on those 8 areas. Students listening to this video, I'll actually link in the show notes the website where you can go and research those 8 career readiness competencies. But my question really for you, Sarah, is can you give us maybe 4 or 5 tips of what students can do to kind of address being ready for their career while they're here at CU Denver?
Yes, absolutely. So, like you mentioned, there are 8 career competencies that employers have identified that these are skills that they need in today's workforce. Just briefly, they are career and self-development, leadership, communication, professionalism, critical thinking, teamwork, equity and inclusion, and technology. And so my top 5 recommendations for career readiness would be: 1, reflect on where you've already developed some of those skills. Communication and teamwork. Have you done a group project in class? Have you participated in a student organization? Have you done service learning? Have you done any presentations in class? Those are all part of, any of those could easily tie back to honing your communication skills. How does your current job or working environment help you develop those skills? Do you know a specific technology that you may not necessarily highlight the technology itself, but your ability to learn and become an expert in a technology? And think of examples of things you've learned here at CU Denver, things that you've learned at your job that you think you'll use in a chosen profession. Number 2, pursue learning opportunities outside the classroom. This can be internships, study abroad, undergraduate research, service learning. All of those are really wonderful opportunities to apply what you're learning in the classroom to a real world work situation. Number 3, become comfortable talking about yourself. If you don't clearly explain how you've used your skills, no one else is going to do it for you. So you have to be comfortable talking about your skills and your strengths to an employer, because they're not going to make the assumption that you have those skills if you don't make it explicit. And it's not bragging if it's based in fact. If you can provide examples, if you can demonstrate those skills and it's based in fact, it's not bragging. So don't be afraid to talk about yourself and talk about how great you are. And if you're not comfortable, we have assessments like the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator or Clifton Strengths that can help you develop the language to talk about yourself. Number 4, I would say have a clear as mud plan for the future. Having career goals are important. It helps you make decisions regarding education, regarding job choices, the learning outside the classroom. But being open to opportunities that might not meet that specific goal also allow you to pivot and navigate what I call the career lattice. What we see now is not the career ladder where you climb rung after rung after rung and reach that top goal, but you're navigating careers kind of like this. And so that clear as mud plan allows you to have a defined goal, know where you're going, but pivot when an opportunity presents itself, because you've been so great at developing those career readiness competencies. And lastly, recognize areas for growth and seek opportunities to learn. We're not all going to be great at all 8 competencies all the time, but knowing where you can improve, it allows you to grow both as a student and a professional. And something that employers want in professionals is the ability to continue to grow and develop as an employee. So practicing that now will only help you in the future.
Thank you. The plan as clear as mud really resonates with me. I know that in my own career, once I settled on working in student affairs out of college, I've had 2 very different spokes, one in housing and residence life and one in student engagement work. And that student engagement work actually has had multiple spokes. And taking advantage of an opportunity that presents itself, sometimes, once you're in your career, you have to try something that maybe you're not an expert at, but you have the capacity, and you have the competence, even if you don't have the confidence, right?
Right.
Right. And so being flexible is important, and that's served me well. One thing that you said that sparked for me, do we still use the big interview on campus?
Yes, we still have Big Interview.
Would you tell our audience about the big interview? Because I just think that's a stellar platform for students.
Yeah, Big Interview is an online platform where you can practice answering interview questions. It's all online. You can choose the difficulty of questions. And Big Interview will give you feedback on things like looking directly at the camera, length of your answer, because you can answer too short or way too long and lose an employer's interest. And it gives you real-time feedback. You don't have to wait for one of my staff members to be available to give you a practice interview. And it's also really helpful if you're self-conscious around others and feeling nervous. It can help you get the nerves out. And we'd much rather you get the nerves out with Big Interview or a career counselor than in your than be a ball of nerves in your first interview for a full-time professional position.
Yep. So the big interview is just a way to videotape yourself answering those questions. And once I found out about it, I've told lots and lots of students about it.
Awesome.
So many screening interviews are on Zoom now that it gives you that ability, as you said. It'll give you a question, the camera turns on, you answer it, and then it evaluates it. You can also watch yourself, because Zoom is a lot, right? I'm looking at me, I'm looking at you, I'm trying to listen to the interview question and remember all of that. And so it's a skill to build. And so I'm thrilled that we have the big interview still. So students, I will also link some information below about that.
Virtual interviews are not going away. No. And so the more comfortable you can be looking straight into the camera and paying attention to multiple things, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for coming to meet with me today for the Inside Story. Students, again, I will link all kinds of things down below in the show notes, including the link to their website, Handshake, which offers a lot of the services that Links Connect offers to you. And again, the career readiness competencies, and I'll see if I can find that big interview link directly and put that on there too. So thank you again, Sarah.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye, everybody.